Alyssa from Move Yoga, and I'm going to take you through a quick post-run stretch. So we're going to get started straight away, and we're going to start in a squat. So we're going to take the feet wider than the hips. Make sure you don't bring your feet too close together here. Turn your toes out and take your bum down as low as it will go. You might find that your heels lift. That's fine. You might find that your heels go down, that's fine too. You might find you're up here, that's fine too, okay? And we're just gonna stay down here, you're gonna keep your hands down, use your arms to guide those knees wide and keep the chest lifting. So we're gonna try not to round here, we're gonna keep the chest lifting. And we're gonna spend only a few moments in each one of the poses that we're about to practice, but pause the video, spend a minute or two in each one of these poses if you can, or run through this video a few times if you've got the time, okay? The more the better. So now let's lift the hips up. Keep your feet as wide as they are. Soften the knees a little bit here and relax the upper body down. And then take a little bit of a pedal out through the legs, letting one leg bend more than the other one, just getting into the backs of the legs, getting into the hamstrings. You'll feel this behind the knees. You'll feel it all the way down to the calves. Relax the head, give the head a little bit of shake here. We're not gonna tense through the neck or the shoulders here at all. Okay, and then let's get into the hip flexors. So we're gonna step the left foot back to the back of the mat and take the knee down. Let the hips drop forward to this front heel. Let the upper body round over this front thigh. If this is too much, back off. This is a big stretch for the hip flexor here, that space where your hip meets your thigh. If you've got a little bit more space and you want a little bit more stretch, you just sink down a little bit deeper there, okay? You can also take it dynamically backing out and in of this pose. Okay, let's take it to the other side. So let's lift the back knee up and step forward, and then step the right foot back and take the right knee down. Same thing again. We're gonna let the hips drop forward. You can always back off if it's too much. Okay, and then we're gonna step forward again. Take a little fold here, softening into the knees, dropping a little fold. It could be a really big fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and then bring your hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Okay, so we're gonna take the bum really high here in your down dog. You can have your knees bent. You do not need to straighten your legs. We're gonna pedal out through the legs here. Keep the bum high. Let one heel settle down at a time. You'll feel the whole back of the leg here stretching. From the calf all the way up through the hamstring. And then we'll bring the knees down and we'll come for a toe stretch. So keep your toes tucked under. Sit the hips back to the heels. If this feels huge, keep your hands forward. If this is okay and you're not suffering too much here, you can start to walk your hands back. And we'll take a few moments here. You don't have to sit here for a minute. If you've got the time, maybe sit here for 10 seconds or so, or take 5 or 6 breaths. And then we're gonna come into a squat. Lift your knees up into your chest. Let your heels drop down towards the mat, round through your upper body, chin into the chest. Letting your heels drop down is gonna give you a nice stretch through your calves. As runners, we know those calves need love. Okay, and then bring your hands back behind you, sit down. Extend your legs out in front of you and come onto your back. Lie down all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest and then put your feet on the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left. Flex that right foot and then take your arms out wide, and we're gonna let the legs drop over to the left here so that the bottom of the right foot comes to the mat. You might find this to be huge. You might find you want to put a brick, or if you have a block or books, under this right foot if it doesn't want to go all the way down. But you're going to get a really nice big stretch into that outer right hip. There. Press down through that right foot. Try to keep that right knee facing up, even if you have to help it with your arm, with your hand. And then come all the way back to center. Cross that right knee all the way over the left and hug the knees in, and then release. Put your feet back down on the mat, take your left ankle and cross it over your right, and same thing again, arms out wide. We're gonna let the legs drop over to the right. Try to keep that left knee facing up. Maybe you need to put something under that left foot if it won't come all the way down. And then come all the way back up. Cross the left knee all the way over the right. Give them a big hug in. And then put the legs down. Take a big stretch, reaching your arms overhead. Breathing long, pointing through your toes, reaching with your fingers. Give your ankles a big circle around, circling the feet. Go a few times in both directions. And then take your arms down along the sides of your body. Turn your palms to face up, let your feet flop. And if you've got a few moments to just let yourself be here for a minute, or 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 10, take advantage of this time. Take this time for yourself.